watching the best. Fox 10 News at 5.
First at 5, L.A. on fire. Wind gusts are back tonight, and the death toll is on the rise, but also some signs of progress.
Plus, the estimates to rebuild L.A. are out of this world, but there's a new plan to speed up the process.
And L.A. fires are having an impact on Valley grocery stores. Reports of some shoppers panic buying. We have a live report straight ahead. But we begin in Los Angeles, and some signs of progress tonight. 3 of the 6 fires are now completely contained.
And some progress has been made on 2 of the largest fires. So we have a map to show you of the wildfires and evacuation orders right now. As of tonight, the Palisades fire, which is in the lower left of your screen, has burned around 23,700 acres. It is only 11% contained. Then there's the Eaton fire to the top right of your screen. It's burned just over 14,000 acres and is 27% contained. The Hearst fire at the top of your screen, it's 89% contained at just under 800 acres. Those fires have destroyed over 12,000 structures, and the death toll now stands at 16.
Another 16 are considered missing tonight, and officials warn the firefight is far from finished.
A lot of these areas still look like they were hit by a bomb. There are live electrical wires, gas lines, and other hazards. We want to make sure you're safe.
I ask all Los Angeles County residents in the wildfire-prone areas to understand that the necessary public safety power shutoffs are important for our collective fire safety in preventing the next wildfire natural disaster.
They want to make sure that those power lines don't spark because the weather is definitely not cooperating with firefighters in L.A. County.
The Santa Ana winds are back tonight, bringing fears that things could get worse again. Let's go to Erica for a look at the latest conditions. Erica.
Yeah, guys, the fire conditions continued today with red flag warnings across the entire L.A. area, and those maximum wind gusts were high, especially in the mountain terrain, and a little bit lower for some pockets. These were those maximum wind gusts since midnight earlier today, and 69-mile-per-hour gusts were measured in the San Gabriel Mountains, with 48-mile-per-hour wind gusts measured near Malibu and that Palisades area. However, the winds were much lighter for parts of LA, with only 21-mile-per-hour winds closer to town. Out to the southeast, though, those winds gusted around 60 to 69 miles per hour just to the northeast of Santa Ana. So those winds were certainly high today, and they're expected to lighten up a little bit through tonight, but then pick back up tomorrow through Wednesday. Here's a look at those current wind gusts across our state and the region. You can see that out to the southwest, those winds have really lightened up. We don't have any numbers coming in there around Burbank or Santa Monica, so that indicates that there are no wind gusts at this time, but those winds are a little bit higher further to the southeast, closer to Chino, up to 22 miles per hour. And as we go through the next several days, we're going to be under some wind advisories for the lower Colorado River Valley, and there are going to be those high wind warnings and wind advisories continuing for LA County. As for the high wind warning out there, that will shift over from a wind advisory today through Tuesday morning and then turn to a high wind warning Tuesday morning through Wednesday. They're expecting more 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts like they saw today. A little bit closer to home here, there's going to be this wind advisory until 5 p.m. Wednesday, up to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts for spots like Lake Mead down to Bullhead City and Lake Havasu. So I'll be tracking more of that wind and what else you can expect as we head into our work week here across the metro area.
Yeah, Erica, the problem is the wind just continues to push the fire. It continues to spread it. It brings embers hundreds of miles away, sometimes hundreds of feet away, I should say, sometimes even miles away. It's just so hard to get this contained. And then Los Angeles officials are also warning of a different threat stemming from the fires. Looting is now becoming a problem, especially because fire crews will ask when people evacuate to leave their homes unlocked in case of emergency so they can get in. And officials say there have been multiple arrests of looters in evacuated areas of the county, including some impersonating firefighters.
If you are bold enough that you are going to go into a fire area and attempt to break in homes or do looting of any type, you will be arrested, you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. In the grief, in the anger, in the pain that we are going through, the idea that there would be predators out there that would try to take advantage of this situation, will not be tolerated.
All right, the largest wildfire in California history, the Palisades Fire, has burned more than 37 square miles. The ATF is now leading a task force to find out how it started and look for any connections to other fires burning in LA County.
Yeah, and earlier this afternoon, we were able to speak to Bernard Zaper. He's a former ATF special agent in charge for the Phoenix Field Division and current faculty associate for ASU School of Criminology. Take a listen.
That just the sheer size of all of this. Have you ever seen anything like this, and how do you tackle something so big?
It's seemingly overwhelming. However, arson investigators are trained to really focus in on the point of origin. Surprisingly, there's a lot of evidence or indications of a fire that are left behind. One thing that's unique about these fires, because they were done in a significant wind event, is that the origin of the fire can be pointed to because the destruction goes away from the point of origin. It could take quite a while. It could happen quickly. But I'm confident with this level of resources they're putting here that they will determine cause and origin. Ultimately, they might be able to determine that it was set intentionally, or that it was set by human hands, or it was set by accident.
And I'm glad to hear that you're confident, and you've said things like quickly and accelerated investigation. It could take a long time. You also mentioned that as well. I know that they have now formed the Los Angeles Regional Wildfire Investigative Task Force, which is a combination of local and state and county officials. But I believe most people right now in the Los Angeles area are extremely frustrated with their local officials and how this has been handled, because we know that Santa Ana winds come to Southern California. They were told that these winds were happening, and the local government was just not prepared. So when you say you're confident, how long could this take to find a cause? Because people want to start rebuilding, and if we find out that there is somebody to blame, or the Con Edison power company is to blame, hopefully they could help pay for people rebuilding their homes.
Well, first, this is treated like a criminal investigation. That's the way that it starts and begins. They're following all manners of evidence collection, so it's very diligent on how they do this. It is scientific. It has to be best practices based on contemporary and professional review. But it doesn't give anybody their home back. It doesn't give anybody their possessions back, and it doesn't restore anybody's life. Nor does it address anything in terms of what was done to prevent or have the ability to mobilize and stop a fire from spreading in the face of 80-mile-an-hour winds, for example.
So first, we have to get these fires contained. Then we have to help people rebuild their homes. We have to get them housed, and then we have to find the cause. But also, as all of this is taking place, the LA wildfires are impacting Valley grocery stores, with some reports of panic buying.
Similar to what we saw during the pandemic and the dock worker strike back in October. Fox 10's Kinsey Beach is live tonight with the latest. Kinsey, what are you seeing out there?
Well, Brian, Ashley, we drove to multiple Valley grocery stores in multiple cities to see what is and what's not available. And what we noticed, it's those typical household items. So laundry detergent, milk, eggs, and your typical toilet paper and paper towels seem to be flying off the shelves at multiple grocery stores. But what some grocery stores are doing is they're limiting that buying. We've seen that in the past. It's noticeable that some of these shelves are completely empty. So some Valley shoppers told us that they were told from these stores that they missed shipments this past week due to the California fires. So we're seeing, like I said, a lack of eggs and milk, and so they've limited toilet paper and paper towels to 2 and 3 per family. So we wanted to see why. Is this supply chain issues? Is it a lack of items? I spoke with a professor from ASU's Carey School of Business Supply Chain Management, and he says the Valley impacts should not be widespread in the coming weeks. He doesn't expect it to get worse, but it's not due to a lack of supplies, but rather those items are being reallocated based on the needs in California. But Valley shoppers tell me they've changed the way that they shop since the pandemic for this very reason.
I don't want anything to happen where we don't have any food.
It's the eggs, the milk, and the toilet paper that goes first, usually unnecessarily.
We're limiting it to 3 products per purchase, and I thought, oh gosh, here we go again.
It is a little worrisome because that was kind of a very stressful time to go through, and just kind of see that happening again, it kind of makes you a little bit worried, but just keeping on.
I don't buy a lot, but I do stock up. I say probably a month's worth of groceries I keep all the time.
Yeah. Now, we reached out to the major Valley grocery store corporations on what some of these reallocations could look like in the coming weeks. We've not heard back from them yet, but when we do, we will, of course, get that information to you. But tonight on Fox 10, we will hear from that ASU professor, and he specializes in supply chain management, on what he thinks we can expect. He tells me that it's not that the items aren't leaving California, but that they're just being reallocated based on those needs. Reporting live in the West Valley, Kenzie Beach, Fox 10 News.
All right, Kenzie, thank you for that update. And yes, this is going to be with us for some days now, especially Erica mentioning the winds coming on Tuesday that could really spread the wildfire. We're hoping for the best, but continue to stick with Fox 10 for our continuing coverage of these wildfires. We will have the latest updates right here and on our website, fox10phoenix.com.